Hello, fellow warriors against consensus reality and all manner of normie sheeple fuckery. Welcome to the land of the police state and increasing draconian censorship. Oh, fucking lovely. You still think we're free? Oh, it's a private company. No, it's a private service. It's a public service. You don't get to censor freedom of speech. That's why so many people in the past have fought, bled and died for. So you Americans, this coming 4th of July, are you still going to do the mindless flag waving and bleating about the founding fathers and freedom and land of the free? You're still going to be going on about that shite, are you? Or are you going to get your head out of your backsides and actually look at the truth? What's the fact that you're living in an Orwellian nightmare? Ah, yes, it's a perfect Sunday morning. Quiet. The wind has totally died down today. So yes, it's going to be a coffee at the chessboard day and thumbing my nose at small-minded sheeple day. It is nice to make the odd loud sarcastic remark. I have to say, I should thank them for the years of entertainment, really. Especially when you're in the company with a wonderfully eccentric and boisterous friend of many years. So us two together, yeah, it's a entertaining combination. But it's quite amazing, and not the good way. So many people that I admire on YouTube and enjoy their content have been copying a lot of copyright strikes, and poor old Ryan Kinnell, RK Outpost, his channel is almost gone. One more strike and he's gone. And Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers the same. He's got a copyright strike as well. Hill versus Babyface, the same thing. And all these men did were talk about a game. They didn't show footage. They didn't show still shots or any logo image of any kind. They simply spoke about a game. So I will begin proceedings now by saying one thing. Fuck you, Naughty Dog. Hashtag. As much as I enjoyed their first game, I won't mention the name. I will not be giving you a fucking cent. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. But that kind of led me to my idea for the video today. And yes, thank you to all of you who switched to this new channel of mine. You're absolute fucking legends, and your support is very much appreciated, especially during the difficulty doing human in 2020 days. I seem to be getting quite a few of those. Yeah, there are some of us who just do not belong in this modern era at all, and which we were at least 1300 years ago. But anyway, such is life. When life gives you lemons, you learn to make the best fucking lemonade possible. And become a sarcastic bastard in the process. But anyway. So yeah, thank you. You're absolute fucking legends. And I enjoyed being on the live stream panel of John Talks. If you haven't subscribed, check the man out. He's a fucking legend. And the master of the cowbell. And one hell of an artist in his own right. Even though he probably thinks he's nothing special, he's starting to develop his own comic strip, which is... and hopefully comic book by the time he's done. So that would be fantastic. But it kind of reminded me of what's important when faced with increasing fascism in all its glory and all its wonderful forms. That's when we need to dig deep and access the those wonderfully tried and true archetypes. Yes, I'm talking about the hero. In any kind of mythical story of any tradition that I can connect with, so for me it's European, because that's where I'm from. You find the hero usually from humble. Yeah, notice that it's almost always from humble backgrounds, from humble beginnings. Funny that. Yeah, because the silver spoon in their mouth, rich gobshites are the ones actually perpetrating the fascism. See how that works? But yeah, usually our intrepid hero arises from humble beginnings and goes through a hell of a lot of difficulties and hardships and challenges and disappointments and all the rest of that wonderful stuff that many of us are experiencing right now. And so he, thereby being forged in the crucible of hardship, nothing creates the best blade, namely the human spirit, better than the crucible of hardship, the school of hard knocks. Feeling like crap, or you might be going through certain traumas or difficulties, whatever they may be in all their forms. Nothing makes us into good, thoughtful, wise, kick-ass warrior people than the crucible of hardship. That's just the way it is. Which is why I've always had a problem with those sort of new agey, Wiccan, airy-fairy, sort of Western, white Anglo-Saxon namaste people. Oh, fuck, how I loathe those people. You've heard their rhetoric, their empty, hollow rhetoric. Oh, go towards the light, focus on the light. Well, I'm sorry, but without the shadow, the light is not manifest, is it now? You can't have one without the other. See how that works? You can't have wisdom and knowledge and becoming the hero and the warrior without the hardship and the darkness. Because it's those who fuel and cause the heat in the crucible of hardship. And it's the crucible of hardship which makes us into warriors and heroes to begin with. And so our intrepid hero, he usually goes on, when he emerges from the crucible of hardship, that's when a quest arises, which usually involves the ultimate goal of overthrowing the draconian king or leader or whatever it may be, any kind of fascist expression of control of people. Yes, thank you, Crow. I wholeheartedly agree. Crows and ravens seem to love me. Gotta love it. Good to know Allfather is looking out for me. Oh no, how dare he make a heathen reference? Yeah, well, fucking deal with it, you Abrahamic puffy gobshites. And that's where we're finding ourselves today, under the increasingly tight yoke of fascism. In this case, using a fake pandemic. I'm sorry, but people die of the normal flu during flu season more than they do of this mythological pandemic, quote-unquote pandemic. You need to imagine Michael Myers with the air quotes here. And so more and more people are and living in a world where these purposefully wrought agendas of divide and conquer, that's basically what they're doing. This is why for the past, 6, perhaps 7 years, you've had the trans agenda and feminism, the really toxic, evil expression of feminism, which has nothing to do with equality whatsoever, by the way. It's another expression of malevolent chaos, of evil. And the whole wokeness in popular culture, whether it be film, television, games now. So even us gamers have to put up with this shite. So as long as they leave Lotro and Star Wars: The Old Republic and Star Trek Online alone, I'm fine. Oh, and now they're getting butthurt over the upcoming Assassin's Creed, whatever it's called. What is it, Ragnarok or the Viking one? Oh no! How dare a man be the protagonist? Because that's who the warriors were in that era. Because men were and are, well, real men, not soy boys, are infinitely more physically stronger than women. That's called biology. I'm sorry, but some puny little bitch is not going to beat me. Okay? That's the fucking truth. And so, I'm sorry, but at least in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they gave us the choice of Alexios or Cassandra, which is as it should be. Give people a choice. And it was a very, very successful game. People loved it and still enjoy it. And go back to play it, even though I still love the Ezio games. You gamers will know what I'm talking about. Oh, those Ezio games were fantastic. Although I have to admit the Black Flag one was quite fun too. But anyway, yeah, people are getting butthurt. Oh no, the main character is a man. Oh no, men are so fucking evil, right? Even though we effectively made and thought up everything. You're welcome, by the way. Oh, yeah. For fuck's sake. And of course, look at the result. People are arguing online and becoming total little gobshites, saying things to people they would never even dream of saying to their face. Beloved long-standing franchises are dead in the water. Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, our beloved comic book industry, all destroyed by this fake ideology. By this evil, insipidly fucked propaganda machine. And now that we're living in a world of more increasing police state, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. So they're trying to bring in the police state. And anyone who dares to even ask questions is being removed. David Icke was removed from Facebook and YouTube now. His YouTube channel has been shut down. See? The crow agrees. And I mean, who's next? A lot of people are going to BitChute now, and the above-mentioned gentlemen on Geeks and Games and all those channels, now they're sort of seeking alternatives because they're they're seeing the writing on the wall. Their channels will eventually be shut down. Which is why I started this new channel. And I'll keep doing what I'm doing while I have it. But this is the time, as I said, where the hero needs to arise, where we use these hardships and difficulties and challenges to think of more creative ways of going about doing things. In this case, sharing the truth, enjoying and expressing, and contributing creativity to the world, which we fucking need now more than ever. I actually think it's a raven because it seems to be larger and the tail's more differently shaped. Oh, he's coming closer. Lovely. Well, I prefer crows and ravens to most people, so there we there we go. So now we need archetypes more than ever. Good, true and tried ones, like the hero. Especially in film, TV, books, any other expression of creativity. Let's focus on creating a woman character, a woman-based Star Wars TV show because of what she has between her legs. I don't give a flying fuck, you dopey gobshites. Is it a good character? Is it a well-written and developed one? Is the storyline engaging? I don't give a fuck what your politics are and the attitude before I go. Well, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, we're not. And look how much money Disney is losing now. We normal, wonderful, everyday people will and have and are doing just that. We are voting with our wallets. The comic industry is all but totally dead. So hopefully independent, wonderful, small-time creators will fill that void with real, engaging content which speaks to the human spirit. And anyone of any kind of ethnicity or either gender can relate to, because we are all part of the human family. We are all higher consciousness inhabiting meat bags. We are all the same higher consciousness. We just happen to inhabit different looking meat bags. That's it. So the mystics were right after all, weren't they? Oh, and stay away from fake people online. In my case, fake women online who pretend to be good, sweet little Jesus fuckers, but in reality send you boob pics. I've heard that from other people too. Oh, people are hilarious, they really are. But do your own thing. Find your own wisdom. Find your own hero within, and thumb your nose and say no to the fascism around us in your own small way. If you do, that'll create its own energy and will help to counteract all the fuckery that we've been suffering through for the past decade or 2 or 3. The lone wolf on guitar, sagely out.